do everything people pray for. In the face of...
Yeah, and this is why I'd rather worship Satan.
Do you understand what you're saying? Let's get into it.
Because even though Satan hates humanity...
So let me get this straight. So in your mind, it makes sense to worship a being that hates you rather than God because he's not a genie and does not do everything you ask for.
If your God is perfectly fine with children getting raped...
You seem to misunderstand my argument. God is not perfectly fine with evil, but God allows evil and suffering to come about for good reason. Our inability to identify the reasons does not mean that there are no such reasons. This is because God is all-knowing, so our knowledge is very small comparatively. For example, parents allow their toddlers to go through the suffering of chemotherapy, even though the toddler is not able to identify the reasons why their parents are letting them go through this suffering. The child does not understand, but the parents still have good reason to let their child go through suffering. We have a childlike knowledge compared to God. So although evil and suffering is very emotional, the existence of it does not give us reason to believe that God has no good reasons to allow suffering. The atheist has the burden, and you failed. Secondly, besides these greater goods which we are unaware of, I mentioned possible reason. For example, soul building and free will. God doesn't want us to be robots, so he gave us free will, but that does not mean that we have freedom from consequence. So there are consequences for our actions. Our wrongdoing will not go unanswered.
He's not a God worth worshiping.
As we discussed, you have no justification to say that. For God to not be worthy of worship, you have to prove that God does not have any good reasons for allowing evil. Go ahead and prove it. Spoiler, you can't. God is good all the time. God bless.